Hi guys, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings here. It's been a hot minute. Eclipse season, retrograde season's been crazy. I've actually made a big transition, switched living spaces, all this kind of thing. So right now I'm just going to do a little impromptu reading while I've been thinking about it and brewing about it. So I just feel to do a should you move to California reading. A lot of people have, there's major kind of cities that people go to when they want to complete their dreams and make something happen. So I think I'll be doing a New York one too if people are responding to it, and maybe a few other places around. Hi, Jay Burden. So let me know if there are other major cities that we should do these for, but I thought it would be a fun idea because I'm a traveler. I've always moved my entire life, and a lot of my friends are as well. And sometimes you just want to know, should I do it now? Should I do it later? Will it happen? So right now we just have A, B, C, and D. All my crystals are still packed away from the move, but I'm just going to get into it and do a quick little reading and see, should you move to California? So let's see. For those of you who chose A, we have the Ace of Trees, which is abundance, Ace of Pentacles. Sorry, here's the decks that I'm using right there. Song of the Wild. I like that. I like that. Stranger of Fire. Thank you, YouTube fans. I miss you guys too. I hope to be able to start recording frequently again. The Chariot and Possibility. So I will say definitely yes. Um, Nobody should move to California. I was raised in California. I was born in the Midwest. I love California. So right now I'm in the Midwest. I definitely will be going back. But this one, I would say definitely yes for A. We have possibilities here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So if you are not in a place where you have a lot of abundance for it now, I think it can definitely take root. Or if you're worrying about job situations or, just the start of financial things can be very daunting when you're thinking about moving. But there here is the Song of the Wild. So whatever is pushing you and driving you, it might seem very reckless to others to pick up and go. I see the adventurer here. You might do both a road trip, like a short trip there, and then a full-on move. Um, when you're already in California, but you're still watching. Thanks for watching. Yes. So this one, I would say absolutely yes. Some of you might have lived in California before or traveled there before. You might have a few small trips before you make a big move, but all the possibilities are open, and it should end up being very good for you financially, I think. And I think that it's something that you will be able to keep some freedom when you move. Like it's a lot. It's a lot to live and grow in California. Things can be expensive. It can be a bit of a hustle. But here it's saying that I see some freedom that you'll be able to maintain with it. And I think for you, it'll be a balance that will feel good. You'll be able to, have that openness and whatever is freedom in your life, whether that's creative freedom or, whatever that is, you'll be able to maintain that and still, kind of have some roots and feel like you're successful and that you're being able to go for kind of your dreamer side, which is what a lot of people go there for. So, and we have success in career and things here as well. So, and I do feel like you might, I don't know, for a lot of you, I'm getting multiple trips. So you might, maybe you'll take a train out one time and then you'll fly another time or something like that. But I am seeing a bit of a correspondence to California. Or people who have been there more than once. So definitely A, in a big positive way, is a yes. So for those of you who chose B, we have the King of Hearts, the healer, offerings, the magician, imagination, and leadership. So for this one, I feel like it's like if you want to make it happen, you could for this. And for some of you, I think that you see it as it might be one of those places that you want to like check off your bucket list, like the place that feels sacred to you. Maybe you want to go and like see the Pacific Ocean, or there's certain sites that you just feel like are kind of a rite of passage as you're like checking off your travel map. Or there could be a very specific site or place that you're wanting to go there. For some of you, there could be, I'm even getting like, for some people, it might be like someone who really inspired them, grave site, or like just very specific things that are there that you want to connect with and go with. So I do see being able to travel for that reason. I'm not really seeing a move here. You have the magician, so it's like you can create what you want. There's leadership and imagination, but I'm getting a big water sign feeling. So being a fellow water signs, sometimes we can dream about something way more than we actually manifest it and make it happen. So I feel like if you picked B, it's going to take a lot of power. I don't feel like the universe is going to push you to move. I feel like it's kind of open if you want, but there's a lot more for you to accomplish locally, I'm feeling, before you would be like pushed away to go live in a different state, or if it's in a different country from you. So there is a lot for you to accomplish, and I do think there's a lot that you are wanting and inspiring that can happen locally without you having to move, versus some people might literally need to move to accomplish certain things or careers. But I do see it being open for you. I don't see like a block or like, nah, it's not going to happen, you're not really going to travel. So you can manifest it, but it's also telling you to look at your blessings kind of around you. But it would be good as far as you kind of flexing your manifesting abilities, I think, to have the focus point of like, okay, I want to travel here. I want to make this journey or pilgrimage. It'll help you kind of spiritually grow in a way, because you're going to be like, it's going to take so much for you to manifest that and like learn what you're made of. So it could be a very interesting journey in that way, but it has a lot more to do with like kind of an emotional, spiritual, growth or like journey, kind of like your own epic, than it does with, kind of finances or needing to move in a very specific way for work or anything of that nature. Some strong manifestors here. Okay, for those of you who chose C, we have acceptance, which is normally the temperance card, harmony. We have, of course, we have Sagittarian energy all over all of these, being a travel one, answering the call. Ooh, the Eight of Wands, which is the Eight of Swords, the Four of Wands, which is the Four of Swords, and Innocence. Okay, so I feel like for you, if you chose C and you're wanting to go, there's definitely a lot of fear, and that can turn into kind of complacency with, kind of going outside of your bubble. You might be from a place that is more, maybe you're from like the Midwest or something, you don't really know about California, you don't really know about just like such a variety of people and beliefs and lifestyles and things like that. So I do feel like it is meant for you. It doesn't, I'm getting the feeling it doesn't have to be specifically California, but that your life path is meant to make you go somewhere like that, that's going to expand your bubble. Like, definitely, it's definitely time for you to experience a lot of different people, a lot of different cultures, a lot of different lifestyles, and find a balancing with that. I feel like there's a bit of naivety that's kind of in your life or yourself, and it's like, showing innocence. It's not in a negative way, but it would be really good for you to like learn these other aspects of yourself. And sometimes you do need to go to a new place in order to have the opportunities and kind of the contact and the run-ins to know this other side of yourself. Like, what if somebody's like an amazing, like they can talk to sea creatures or something, but they never go to the ocean, just for some random example. But it's kind of like that. So I feel like if you are just watching this casually, and you're not really, feel connected with California, you're just wondering, I feel like expansion is your message. It is time for you to seek other places and people and things that will really push you to grow. But if you have been specifically drawn to California, and you clicked on this for letter C, then that is your call to answer. That is your place specifically that will help you to grow and to kind of come outside of, and I feel like it's a pattern that's been for a lot of past lives. Maybe you've always incarnated lately like in the same kind of culture or the same kind of state or area, and so if you feel that calling, you've always felt connected. Yes, if you've always felt connected there, then that is part of your call, is that specific place, as well as those lessons, to really help you grow. And I do see some big spiritual growth, that will kind of change your day-to-day life and just your patterns, whether it's the food you eat, or people who are born in very diverse places don't might not understand just how the day-to-day food and what's available to you and the culture of those living around you and access can really change who a person is, and being born in a place that doesn't have that, you might not have a whole part of yourself develop that you didn't realize that you could. So I think it's really good to stay open to that if you got a letter C. So for those of you who chose D, let's see what we got. Five of Hearts, sorrow, Spirit of Earth, the Fool, and Partnership. And I just let whatever random number of cards come out that wanted to come out. Let me flip that over. Okay. So for you, if you chose D, um, the message here, firstly, is that you can be connected to Earth wherever you are. So maybe you feel like where you're at is not so beautiful, or that you have to go somewhere that has like a dramatic scenery in order to feel connected to the Earth, in order to feel like present or in a certain way. And so this is a quick reminder that you're always a child of the earth wherever you are, that there's always sacred spaces, that there's always, those who have come before us and ancestors wherever you're at, and that you don't have to feel that it can be hard if you're in a very urban area, but that, it's always good to honor the land where you're from. I also get too from for D that you want to make sure that you're not running from something. If the people that you love or the relationships that you want to have are in a certain place, then that is where it's good for you to be at this time. It's like you do have the freedom, the freedom's here for you to go anywhere in the world. But there really is a strong message for those of you who chose D to remember that if you don't have people there, like a place will never be so rad if you're not feeling loved, if you're not feeling connected, or if it's because of running from relationships that you're going. I do see some sadness and kind of heartache that's happened that you might carry. Some of you might be for the earth, or it could be because of past relationships, but there's just the big message here to really check in why you want to go to certain places, why you might want to move away to California. Is it in a way because you don't feel accepted by people around you, or because you've had some tough relationships, or is it to go and make relationships and bond and to take with those that you love with you? So that's an important thing. I feel like you guys would actually have the opportunity to travel to many random places around the world, which is really cool. But it is saying that you could definitely be the sort of people that you can end up feeling lonely no matter where you go if you really don't care to take your relationships and partnerships. You might also do better traveling with others. So I don't see you as, if you were to choose to move, doing well if you were to just randomly do it yourself, versus like A could probably do that a little better, but D, you do much better if you had like some friends or loved ones or family around you together and to do it. So I would really take that into consideration. But I do see a great love for Mother Earth here, which is amazing and beautiful. And yeah, I think that you're kind of welcome anywhere, if that makes sense, by like the earth herself, to come and to see. But I feel like it's more short trips, and it's more about you maintaining your relationships and kind of deciding to nest where the people you love are. All right, and so as always, we have the overview for everyone who's tuned in. We have cycles, we have the wheel, Stranger of Gardens, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and Circle of Life. Look at all these circles: Circle of Life, the wheel, cycles. So I feel like it's just good to remember that if right now you're like, you feel like you missed an opportunity, you might have clicked on this because you're like, I should have done it by now, by this age, or whatever time frame you're putting on yourself. This is like, no, we all have cycles. Like, everyone's working hard, everyone has their own personal like destiny and timeline to fulfill, and it'll come back around. And this is beautiful. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is things coming back around. So this is, it's gorgeous energy for you being able to achieve it if you're really wanting to go. I don't feel like all of these will be moving there, but there's a lot of messages, and most of them about at least traveling there and checking in and being able to adventure. So don't close yourself out on adventure, but also the Knight of Pentacles handles his shit and makes sure that everything's in a row, and that you're keeping your investments that you've invested in yourself. And so this is just that reminder that when you're going off and seeking adventures and bigger horizons, and you're dreaming big, make sure that it's an investment in yourself, that you're doing so, and have patience with yourself if it takes a hot minute to get there, which is really cool. So that was just a little hello, I miss you guys, and check in with the reading. Let me know once the video posts if you have any other areas. I think I'll definitely do one for New York. I want to see, should I go should I go to New York? And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.